2010 World Series hosted by your San Francisco Giants.
Torture!
The torture slogan is going to get beat into the ground this week.
20 years from now, you got to say one face of this team for this year. You got Fear the Beard and Wilson, you got Timmy the Kid, you got Jonathan Sanchez, you got Kane, of course, you've got Buster Posey coming out of nowhere, Andres freaking Torres with the Willie Mack Award winner, you got Huff Daddy in the thong, Pat the Bat coming back, Bay Area Kid. Who's the face?
That is a hard question.
Lincecum. That's an easy. It's a safe bet, easy choice. He's already done so much for this franchise.
I think everyone is looking at Brian Wilson in the beard. Like, he was a genius for marketing himself that way. Right now he's the face of this team. He's always on those post-game interviews right after the game, saying weird stuff. This guy's getting a lot of attention, and I think if the Giants win the World Series, he's going to have some big key saves and some big key moments.
When Posey goes out to talk to Lincecum on the mound, I just see our franchise the next 10 years and smile. And that's what's awesome. But this year, this team, I got to go with the Willie Mack winner, Torres. That guy's kept it loose. He's been the leadoff hitter. Like, when Torres is hot, the Giants are hot.
I like Wilson as a pick for the face of the franchise, just because he's insane. As far as watching the game, I think that's the one benefit of bandwagon fans, because you're not going to go to any bar and escape a ton of Giants fans. It's just chaos, which is good. This is like the most lively, the most happy we've seen the city in a long time.
Public house, you're halfway in the ballpark. It's been great. But I had a realization one day, looking down at the menu, when I realized,
Furthermore,
crap, can't pay $6.50 for a Bud Light all game long. So I started venturing across the street, went to Pedro's,
got a nice
never looked back.
Tecate.
Only $4 Tecate. Atmosphere at Pedro's is unlike any place I've ever been.
Pedro's is cool. I've watched Giants games probably from 12 different bars this year, and they've all got their own. I was at the bus stop last week when B. Wilson shut it down, and people were pouring PBRs on each other.
Big time Timmy Jim needs to be out there, not only because he is a dominating pitcher, not only because he's ready, but because psychologically you need to come out with that forward, like show no weakness.
If you can sneak away a game one with like a Sanchez, and you'll have Lincecum and Kane on 2 and 3.
But what about Matt Cain? Matt Cain's got a 0.00 ERA. The only pitcher on the Giants that's better than Cliff Lee, the ERA, is Matt Cain, and he's pitching game 2. Now I understand that, but if we want to match Cliff Lee, if the Giants are going to win this series, you got to put our best against their best, and right now our best is Matt Cain.
Last time all the hype was about Roy Halladay and how good he was and how untouchable he was. And didn't Timmy come out and Timmy against Halladay?
Yeah. We got Sanchez pitching in game 3, the Rangers' first World Series game ever at home. And Sanchez, our head case, is pitching it.
Yeah.
And he just got pulled, and he just came off one of his worst outings of the year.
Yeah, but Sanchez had a must-win against the Padres, and he won. He had a must-win against
home.
the Braves,
So
and he
where
won.
do you put Sanchez in? I mean, if you want Kane game 1, Lincecum will be game 2. You don't want
No,
Sanchez game 1. You don't want him game 3.
I'd go Kane 1, I'd go Sanchez 2 at home.
Does it matter?
He hasn't pitched at home yet. If
Anything
Lincecum
pushes.
pitches game 3 against the Rangers' third best pitcher, that's got to be a win.
I like the Timmy call. Timmy's our fire thrower.
I don't have any. I'm not vehemently against anything.
Texas is hitting hot right now, and Timmy fans guys. When you fan someone, that gets in their head.
You bring out Lincecum, you don't try and sneak one by and then try and look like a genius. That's what the Phillies tried to do in game 4 by not having Halladay throw, and look how that worked out.
Texas have been hitting the crap out of the ball. Texas is like the best offense, most potent offense in the Major League. That's why they're at where they're at.
And they're on right now. The Phillies were a great offense, but they weren't hitting the ball at a clutch time. Uribe has been showing up when we need someone to show up.
Buster Posey lately I think has been getting behind early, and when he's behind early he doesn't stay within the zone, and he's been trying to pull outside pitches. If he stays with strikes and goes with where the balls are, then he'll be alright. That's what he did on his 4-for-5 game.
If we still had Benji, we would be on vacation right now, on our 4th week of vacation.
Everyone's already being told everything that Benji can provide them. Yeah. Everyone already knows.
Swinging a bat is harder than listening to Benji Molina in the locker room tell you how to swing a bat. Like, it's
And I guess
It's like describing surgery. Like,
it's easy enough
until you
for
go into surgery. You're not gonna really know how it feels.
It's easy enough for the Giants to switch up their signs to go to taps and to go to different taps.
Yeah,
And to different
2 down
signs.
is gonna be the fastball this series.
DH is probably a mixture of Sandoval and Burrell. Sandoval's fielding has been terrible. Burrell's pretty slow in the outfield, so I could see either of those guys depending on whether they're starting a lefty or a righty.
You got Torres. We're gonna have Torres, and assuming Torres and Ross are already out there, who are you replacing Burrell when you're putting on DH?
Either Rowan or Shearholtz, and I'm thinking both you'll probably go Rowan.
I like Rowan as a call.
I don't like Rowan at all.
You like
He and
Shearholtz over
Rowan
Rowan?
had a tough relationship.
Shearholtz did not look like he was ready at the plate.
Right.
He had some really bad at-bats.
Exactly why I'm taking
So
Rowan.
I'd go Rowan, but I think that's like the lesser of two evils. Giants have been our team since April, and no one on the national level has ever really cared about them. Even as recently as the National League Championship, every SI writer, every ESPN guy chose the Phillies over the Giants. Having Kruk and Kipe and John Miller and Flem in the booth all year long, and then having to watch these games with Buck and McCarver, pronounce our players' names wrong, give bad, irrelevant stats, talk about just stupid thing
Talk about McCarver's Christmas album.
I don't mind the Giants being underdogs again. I mean, if this is how the Giants perform as underdogs, as they did to the Phillies, then I'm totally okay with that. Maybe they like it.
Bandwagon is tipping over. There are people jumping on left and right.
Do you
It's
like
good.
Do you like
It's
having
good.
a bandwagon?
Yeah, let the city rally around it. Good
See,
water cooler discussion.
Bandwagon is tough. People coming at you from work or people on Facebook that you see that you're kind of pseudo friends with saying, "I just scored game 2 tickets," and I'll be there and it's like, dude, I've been to like 25 games this year. I know you haven't been to one. Is the home crowd going to be the same as it would like in a real pennant-driven series?
It's going to be corporate crowd.
Giants win the first 2 at home, lose the next 2, win game 5, Giants in 6, parade down Market Street.
The media always makes a big fuss about these pitchers going up against the Giants. Halladay, Oswalt, Derek Lowe, Tim Hudson, and now Cliff Lee. I think the Giants don't care who they're hitting because they can't really hit anyone. So it doesn't matter who's facing them. They just kind of go up there hacking anyway, and they scrap together 2 or 3 runs, and then they just hope that their starting pitching and their relievers can hold on to it. I think the Giants win in 5. I think they lose game 1, and then they win the rest of them.
Timmy gets an L. I think the Giants will take it home 7 games because that's the only way they know how. They've been pushing the envelope all year.
Someone said torture.
I think Giants in 6 or 7. Actually, I don't think they can get it off in 5.
Giants and Rangers coming at you this Wednesday on Fox.